girls report being harassed either in school or online? Raise your hand if you have ever had someone be mean to you, whether it was in person, online, or in any way. Okay, look around the room. Okay, put your hands down. Now raise your hand if you've ever been mean to someone intentionally, whether it was in person or online. Yeah, look around. That's 83%. So at least 3/4 of you can relate to what I'm saying right now. Mean stinks. Just let those words sink in for a minute and think about what that really means. That mean stinks. And we can all relate to that because we've all experienced it in some way in our lives. Girls continue to judge each other. We put each other down and we gossip about each other. And we just continue to be so hurtful. Insecurity, yeah, that's a big one. Low self-esteem, yeah, that's something that we all deal with at times. Pressures from society to be mean. I mean, jealousy, that's a really big one, and we're going to talk about that. Even if you look at the girl next to you and you say, I have nothing in common with her, you do have something in common with her. You're both dealing with the same pressures. And so we need to gang up for good and join together against that. But who decides what pretty enough means? I'm saying that for yourself. Decide today, no, I am pretty enough. I am enough in every way. And as soon as we all say that about ourselves and about each other, as soon as we can look at each other and say, you are enough, you're pretty enough, then all this drama will just end. And jealousy really stinks. And I know you mentioned that jealousy is one of the big reasons. Judging a person does not define who they are, it defines who you are. Judgment, it really stinks. They see her as weird and different. And she doesn't really talk to anyone. She's always reading, and of course it's like, oh, she's a nerd because she reads. That's a thing now. So everyone makes fun of her, and every day she goes to school and someone says something mean to her. And it's really starting to hurt her feelings. And let's say, hypothetically, that I'm one of the girls who's doing that. Kind of like I did with that girl in high school. I'm jumping on the bandwagon. I'm saying mean things about her too. So one day I say to her, Georgia, your name is really ridiculous. Like, whose name is Georgia? And then maybe a couple days later, I say, why are you always reading? Like, don't you have friends to hang out with? That's really embarrassing. And then I ask her, do you even have like a boyfriend? Has a boy ever talked to you? Because I feel like they haven't. And then I say to her, you're always dressed like so conservatively. Do you even know what fashion is? Like, have you ever picked up a fashion magazine? Because that's not how people dress. So at the end of the day, she kind of looks like this. And when someone says something mean to you, you remember that 20 times more than the compliments they say, because suddenly the nice things have no meaning. You've lost all credibility when you bully someone else. And don't be catty while you're chatty. I love this saying. Okay, raise your hand if you've ever seen someone be mean to someone else on social media. Right, look around. Everyone's hands are up. Make friends with each other. Learn to accept each other's differences, learn from each other, empower each other, because mean stinks.